YouTube. In this video I'm going to tell you about quantifying self-presentation. This stuff is like really deep about who you are as a human being, you know, like really. So let's start. You know that if you are some way in this world, it's just as much to be other ways also. Like if you are a really good person, it's just as much to be a freaking scumbag. Like the being a scumbag compared to being a really considerate person, there's no real difference between the amount of like something in those things. You know, you could be like the most colorful like person in the world, like you go for the brightest like colors in your shirt. you pick all the you are the most like brightest colorful like person in the world. You even have the feather like in your feather hat. Like this could be like even green, but you know. But then you could also like be the most like brownest or the grayest or the blackest kind of guy, like not in the skin color but in the freaking clothing. You understand that? So it's not really like more to be the most colorful guy compared to being like the most like, you know, colorless guy. And when you think about it that way, we could go into like the fitness scene, you know, the weightlifting game. I have done the weightlifting game, you know. I can no longer like weightlifts at all. My hands are freaking busted. but I have the muscles, you know. I'm pretty fit. Then we could like say that being a really fit person is completely like as much as being a really like fat person. Like this is the real truth about quantifying self-presentation. It's as much to be like the poorest kind of guy to being like the richest kind of guy. There's no like difference. Yeah, there's the game that goes with it, like being the richest guy in the block. Like it requires something from you, but it's not that like the challenge over there. It's not something you can quantify in like number terms. Like here we have a 1 and here we have a like 10 or 0 or like 15. Like this guy who has all the color, like he's so 15, and this guy who has no color, he's like so like 12. Like, you know, it doesn't make any sense to think that way. Like it's stupid. Like it's like who thinks that way anyway? So you could say that here's this guy who's like so freaking creative, and here's this other guy who doesn't create anything. And you could say that the being like creative is like more, but actually it's not. And that's the like secret of like getting the best stuff in your like life. Like, you know, you want to be like the most positive guy in the world. Like being positive is like it's all as much as being negative. It requires as much force. Like being the fittest guy in the block, it's the same compared to being the fattest guy in the block. You need the same kind of amount of beingness. You are going to be something. So what do you want to be? Do you want the best stuff or the worst freaking stuff? You know that being a really fit person is much better than being the fattest kind of guy. Or being the richest kind of guy. It's much better than being the poorest kind of guy, you know? Like having everyone like you, it's much better than being the guy who nobody doesn't like. But then you could say that there's something called the default position. Like there's the default position of like being somebody like if you are like fat, it's the default position of being in this regular like world. You don't have to like do any research. But I'm not saying that any of these things, that if you want to be like fit, it doesn't require any work. I'm talking about the beingness level. Like on the beingness level, it's as much like, you know, like work is like different. There can be like a lot of work, like to become really like fit. It requires like a lot of hours. You know, you have to like use your time in a different way. But we are not like talking about all of that. You know all the fucking like secrets, but still you don't go to the gym. So what is the problem over here? You have to understand the self-quantifying truth about being your like personality you are. So that's that. You can apply this like all the like extremes. You know, there are like people who are like really between something or something. They are not like real. They are not like real druggies, but they are not like real like sober people. They are like somewhere in between them, like most people are. But I'm not that kind of way. I go with the extreme. You know. Understand? You could look at this way. It makes it like so much easier for your mind to like grasp what actually being like whatever it might be, what actually being a really creative or like really like friendly person might be like. You no longer like think about all those like strategies. Thanks for watching.